Hey, this is Terry Hale with another segment of Wisdom for Wealth. I'm real excited to have you here, and now is the time, of course, to take action because of this current market condition. You know, there's different types of product when it comes to commercial real estate, and I do refer to it as product, not just property types. There's all different types of properties, as we know, right? We have houses in the house buying business, and that's like one type of product. But with commercial, there's apartments, self-storage facilities. You have the whole sector of hotels and motels. And then in this current time, with all this baby boomers, all this situation here that's happening is the assisted living, the senior living, ambulatory care, congregate living, and it goes on and on for that particular sector. So I refer to commercial as different types of product. Now, the premise of today's call on this segment, I want to discuss the low-hanging fruit, how to get the right deals, and very creative strategies and techniques to do so. I want to talk about real estate owned. So many people think, okay, so in my past segments, as you know, I've discussed a lot of things with seller financing and reposition strategies and joint venture, and I got a lot more to share with you. So make sure you always come back for your dose of wisdom for wealth. But this segment, I want to mention that real estate owned, REO, it means that it goes back to the bank. And you know, in the cycle, because residential cyclical, it does go up and down. And in that cycle that we've just recently experienced, because it's coming back now, right? What's happened is a lot of this product in the residential space, it goes back to the bank. And when it's bank owned, these banks can actually handle all these heavy hits because the median price of a home across the nation, it could be anywhere between 2 to 300,000. Of course, you have $1 million homes as well, but with commercial, your average product on commercial is $1 million or more. So for these bigger types of product in commercial that come back to the banks can't withstand all these hits. You know what I'm saying? And for this, the banks, when they get too much product back on their books, what can happen is they get fined. Eventually, they can merge with other banks, or they just close their doors. So there's the bank as real estate owned, but then there's another little hidden sector within real estate owned, and that's what I want to discuss right here, right now. All right. If you're going to be taking plenty of notes, now's your time to start. Okay. The real estate owned, the product that I'm discussing here, when it goes back to the bank, everyday people can be lenders. They can be these types of lenders that loan money out on a project. Now, if they loan money out on a project and somebody defaults on that project, guess what they get back? They don't get the money back. You got it right. They get the product back. And because of this, once they get that property back in their hands, they don't know what to do with it at that point. They just want to resell it. But if somebody ran it down and the vacancy factor is really high, meaning the occupancy is low, so it's got a lot of vacancy, that's how we realize our upside. And locating these projects, there's a real slick technique. I call it repositioning. And when we get in there and we want to reposition a project and we look at it and we say to ourselves, there's a lot of vacancy. If we can just fill the spaces, you can make all the money. You see, most people, when they look at commercial real estate, they put down a sizable down payment, like 20 to 50%, as you've heard me talk about on previous segments here. And because they put down such a large portion of capital down, they're also personally signing, and that's called recourse loans. But hard money lenders, most of all hard money loans are non-recourse, meaning it's in the merit of the project and you do not have to worry about your FICO score, that 3-digit number, through TransUnion, Equifax, or Experian, however you pull it. That 3-digit number is absolutely irrelevant. So if you're in this mindset where you're thinking, okay, I have to have a bunch of money and I have to have personal perfect credit to be able to do a commercial real estate deal, you're mistaken. And that's what I'm talking about in these current times. But remember that the longer you wait, the harder it's going to get. Right now in this space, right here currently, in this timeline that we're in right here, right now, the low-hanging fruit is ready to be plucked, and you can be a part of this. You can go ahead and grab your deal, and it only takes one deal to set yourself up. So if you're looking to acquire a property to make $5,000, $15,000, $40,000 a month, obviously, if you want to make more money, you just deal with projects that have bigger numbers, okay? So how sweet is that? One of my clients just recently closed on a project, and the project will be yielding over $400,000 annually. Now that's gross. That's gross, meaning all the money that comes in the door. And then, of course, you have the net after all expenses. And even the net on that, after it's all said and done, is pulling in well over $30,000 a month on its highest and best use. So how do you find these deals, right? That's the question, right? That's the $1,000,000 question. Well, here's a tip for you. You can go ahead and use Google or whatever search engine you want to use in your particular area. And all you have to do is put in hard money lenders and they'll all pop up. Now, when you do this, it'll have their information. You can simply make a phone call, reaching out to them and asking them if they have any projects that they recently received back that has vacancy that they're looking to sell and allow you to get in really light with a little bit of capital to reposition it. And then when it's repositioned, let them know that after it's operating at its highest and best use, at that point in time, you will acquire a refinance loan. And they have lots of non-recourse refinance loans out there as well. So again, you don't have to fear with your personal credit. Now at this point, with the knowledge, with some action, and with you being a part of something amazing, you can go ahead and turn this around. So if you'd like to learn more, what I'd love for you to do is to be a part of my next training that's coming up. It's a live training. You can just go right to my website, right below, right here, right now, search the page, and go ahead and click the link and come and see me. And I look forward to having you at my next upcoming training event. And I hope you enjoyed this segment here of Wisdom for Wealth, and I look forward to seeing you real soon. Take care.